Morning on Friday, the 27th of March, I think it is, and welcome back to 3 leadership tips in 3 minutes. First thing today, then, I was talking to a client at the start of the week actually about the need to be able to flex your style as a leader. And there are a few different models around this. I like Daniel Goleman's model on principled leadership, where he's got 6 different styles you can move in out of, such as being more authoritative, democratic, affiliative, all these different styles. There's a situational leadership model you may come across, but actually, without going into the depth of those, the principle is that you need to be able to flex your style to suit the person and the particular situation that you find yourself or the person in. And that may mean, for example, at the moment, that there's a lot more need to crisis manage. And a crisis management style probably needs you to be more directive and authoritative. So one size definitely doesn't fit all as a leader, and particularly at the moment, be prepared to shift in the different styles. It may be at times you need to be very directive, other times you need to provide emotional support for your people. Second tip today is, again, I'm going to relate it obviously to the current climate we find ourselves in, the need to be decisive but not knee-jerk react. So I was working with a client this week and we were looking at the options to furlough some of their staff. And this wasn't based on a knee-jerk reaction. We've been looking at the cash flow, the opportunity pipeline, etc. And the business would not be sustainable over a long period of time if we didn't make some moves now. So better to make some decisive moves now in the interest of securing the business and actually securing the jobs of the people, than waiting. So although I don't want anyone to make knee-jerk reactions in this current climate, it's really important to look at the situation, look at the facts as best you can see them, and make decisive actions. Final tip this week, again, I was having a chat with an MD this week on a coaching session, and that business is all working remotely, and you're probably finding that a lot of you are working more remotely at the minute. So the important thing is not just checking in with if you are a senior manager in particular, not just checking in with your team managers, but actually on a sort of ad hoc basis, dipping in and checking in with some of your individuals in the business as well, maybe some of the more junior people, just arranging a 10 or 15-minute call to see how they're doing, just because this can be a really difficult time for people working remotely. And they'd probably really appreciate a quick call from the senior manager, just checking to see how they are. All the better if you can do that by something like Zoom, when you can actually engage visually as well as just call them. So there you go. There's my 3 tips in 3 minutes for today. You take great care, keep safe, and have a good weekend.